Common Council, City of Connersville is now in session. Please rise. We'll have the Pledge of Allegiance by Councilwoman Connie Durham.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everyone, please silence your phones. I have Reverend John Reynolds with our invocation.
Thank you. Let's pray. Father, thank you so much for the good day we've had today. Lord, thank you for allowing us to be able to get out again. And Lord, we just praise you so much for being so good and gracious to us.
Amen.
And Lord, thank you for this city, God. We're thankful for all of our city leaders, and we're thankful, God, for even the decisions that were made earlier today. And God, I know there's much more that needs to be discussed tonight. So Lord, we appreciate, God, those that are willing to give up their time to serve us so well. So Lord, I just pray you give wisdom and guidance in every decision that's made tonight. And we are just so thankful for your love for us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, sir. Have a good evening.
Have a good day.
Be blessed.
I'd like to welcome everyone. We'll go ahead and have roll call.
Councilman Frank.
Here.
Councilman Bishop.
Present.
Councilman Nobby.
Here.
Councilwoman Montgomery.
Present.
Councilwoman Phillips.
Present.
Councilman Nutting.
Present.
Councilwoman Durham.
Present.
Okay, you have the minutes of the meeting of January 7th. Is there any additions or corrections to that? If not, I'll entertain a motion to pass them as presented.
So moved.
Second.
You have a motion to second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, thank you. Go on down to new business, Diana.
I gave everyone some paperwork concerning the sidewalk project. As you all know, we were funded the sidewalk project from 3rd Street to 5th Street to be constructed in 2021. We applied for a grant that will go from 5th to 9th Street on Central Avenue on the sidewalk project that was to be constructed in 2024. Went to what I call a Defend Your Grant meeting last week with NDOT, where they give you a chance, 5 minutes to tell about your project. And she said, if NDOT funded this project, could it be built in 2021 the same as the other project? And I said that question had to come before council, and that was a council decision because of the match money that had to be, if the match money would be eligible to be. I spoke with a consultant that's currently doing the other project. They thought it was possible to lump them both together on their side. So that, of course, that would have to go through all the RFP process. But, so my question to council is, would it be possible to bump the money out a few years?
We're looking at $78,680 for the first and $220,960 on the other one. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're looking at around
Yes.
$300,000.
Is there a reason, Diane, why they want to do this? I would imagine it's because they could do it at the same time, but
I think she had money, extra sidewalk money to spend in 2021. I mean, I'm just assuming, I don't know that for sure. She didn't say why.
Usually the money's available.
yeah, I
Yeah.
figured that's what I asked.
And Rosemary, we talked a little bit, you said we had how much in the cum cap?
$263,623. And-
$263,000?
Yes, and we had received $32,394 in 18, and so I imagine we'll receive like numbers in 19.
And the only cum cap projects we only ever used is for, we have used lately have been the sewer separation projects, right?
That's correct.
And Mike, we don't have any on line,
We're
right?
foresee in the future using that money.
Okay. And when's our next sewer separation project?
Go finish up Upper Grand, but most of it's gonna be separated to plant now
Okay.
with the new long-term control plan.
So what do you say?
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve wherever that total amount was, almost 300,000
$299,640.
for a match for the sidewalk grant.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion, a second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, Diana.
Okay, I just want to make sure you all know, she didn't say this was going to be
Yeah.
funded, it's just a
It's
possibility.
an option, kind of like.
But I gotta say,
But-
when you go up there with Diana at NDOT, she does have a pretty good rapport with them, so.
But if we don't have the match, it's absolutely not going to be a possibility.
You're absolutely right. You're
we'll have
absolutely
it.
right. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you for your time, appreciate it.
Good luck with it, thank you.
Carol?
That'd be
Sorry.
good if we can do that.
Good evening.
Right here.
I have on the agenda the approval for the purchase of 2 trucks. We do have $60,000 in the budget.
The price was?
Sorry. For 2019 Ram 1500, $25,697 apiece.
And they're getting ready to go up another $4,000 before long, right?
Something's happening.
Yeah.
I was asked to make sure that we secured this as soon as possible.
And it looks like, according to your memo here, the price of the Durangos was 28,
Yes.
and then the is that right, 28?
The trucks went down and the Durangos went up.
Does that make sense?
It's
It's not.
odd, but they're fighting to raise the price. I'm not dead set on the trucks, just so that we're clear. We could use a truck on the police department because oftentimes if we need to pick up something or evidence, whatever, a bicycle, whatever, we'll use our own personal trucks, and there's usually one sitting out here, but I'm not dead set on the trucks. If there's an issue with the trucks, it's a price issue. We're still getting a 4-wheel drive, so.
Are those
And
full?
they're double cab, I'm
That's
sorry.
exactly what I was going to
Yes,
say.
they're four-door. They are very much like the sheriff's departments. The sheriff's department may have a little bit of a heavier tire on them, but these are stock. Will look just like the sheriff's
Wouldn't
department.
the Durango be much more of an advantage to you other than just what you talked about? I mean, as far as, you can still haul stuff in the back of it, correct?
But the Durangos are how much more than,
They're up to $28,797 plus
$3,000.
$200 for black paint.
yeah.
Would that leave you enough to equip them out?
If we did the trucks, yes.
And then that's all of your budgeted money for vehicles.
Yes.
So that's in lieu of the,
And then how many old ones do we still have? Because we have quite a few old ones still, right?
Oh gosh, I would have to look at the list.
Well, how many
We
new ones
have,
we
we
got?
actually have
6?
5 new ones. We have the Charger that we bought 3 years ago, and then the last 2 years we bought 2 new Durangos apiece. So we have 5 newer vehicles, and we do have one 2011 Crown Vic that we bought after one was crashed. So that's the newest vehicles that we
And the
have.
rest of them are like
Or
08
most of
or
the
09,
most of the
right?
officers are driving 06.
06.
Now, we talked today about an auction that's coming up, because there's been question about the amount of vehicles setting up over here in the
Yes.
parking lot. Any of that money, help me understand this, does any of that money go back into the vehicle purchasing budget?
Generally, Rosemary puts it back into our vehicles, but we used it last year to trade up on one of the Crown Vics is what we used it for. Keep in mind, if one of those 06s are crashed, it doesn't take much to total them, but then we've got $3,000 to replace it with. So
Yeah.
last year, we used that auction money to improve one of the Crown Vics and get a 2011, I believe.
but
Someone
it
may,
is used for vehicles.
It's actually, I'm assuming that's totally
Yes.
up to you, but
Yeah.
generally.
I think it's a good idea. Sell vehicle, goes back into
Right.
vehicles.
Oh, yeah.
And there is one coming up, correct?
Yes, if you want to get into that, it's February 23rd. After you get done, we can go through that.
someone may ask this, but the trucks are 4-wheel drive also, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The Durangos we have, they're not police package.
Yes,
How are they holding up?
they're
without the
fine.
police
They are a
package?
police package.
Oh, they are?
Yes.
Are these
Yes.
trucks police package
Yes.
as well? Okay, that was my next question.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know if they had the police.
The Durangos are doing very well. We've had some very minor issues with them, which I think is probably just in the vehicle stuff. I don't buy that many new vehicles personally, so. But little things, but we've had no problems whatsoever, other than just some minor recalls, things like that with
Well,
them.
that was my question, because I've talked to a few people that have switched over to trucks and everything, and they said the police package is well worth buying, especially when you go to hook everything up. It costs more money in the end to hook everything up.
Yeah, they're
They
very,
got heavier duty brakes, heavier duty, everything on.
Other than the money, which would you prefer to have, Carol?
I don't have a problem with the trucks. It's totally up to you. We'll take whatever you give us. Like I said, the trucks, I would always thought we needed one, but because of the price and that getting our equipment within our budget, that's the reason that I chose the trucks. And we're getting the four-wheel drive vehicle, which have come in really handy in the
Sure.
last couple weekends. And I will tell you that this tells you that normally we have to borrow trucks when it snows because the Crown Vics aren't that great, and we haven't had to borrow anything that I'm aware of. So we've gotten by on our own, which is how it should be.
I personally have a problem with trucks. I know some people think they're higher maintenance. I don't think so. I think it's a lot easier to get in and out of, even though the SUVs are great for that. But I don't have a problem with trucks. I've asked several police around just to see guys who had them, guys who went, and they also, they're great to have.
Good.
I didn't know how good it'd be in the city, you know,
Yeah.
because they're big, but everyone says they're nothing wrong with them. They're
Yeah.
great.
Especially cheaper.
What size engine they have in them? They got the big engine in them?
They have a Hemi.
Same
Have you ever seen
engine?
that commercial when the boys learns how to say,
Yeah.
"Hit me"?
2019 Dodge Ram 1500 Crew Police Service Package 4x4 pickup, Hemi V8.
That's a big engine, yeah. Yeah, 3.9 horsepower. That'll get down the road. Yeah. Thank you very much.
And by the way, the Durangos look very sharp.
Do you plan to wrap those too?
Probably. The reason that I think it's worth the $200 for the black paint is because then we can wrap the 2 doors white or 4 doors white, and then later on down the road, whoever's here, your resale value is higher
look
whenever
sharp. They're right.
whenever
They
you're
look
ready to sell them.
Yeah,
I think it's a good deal.
That's a good point.
Okay, so
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve the purchase of 2 Dodge Ram pickups for $25,697.
can we have a motion a second? Any more discussion? If not, all in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carol.
Do you want to talk about the auction?
Yeah, go ahead and talk about the auction.
We will have a city auction February 23rd at Coons Auction. We have some police cars to sell, ambulances, there's utilities, have some equipment to sell. We also have seized vehicles to sell, which will clear out the lot here and also clear out the lot at the sheriff's department.
How many vehicles got sold?
The police department has 4, now the probation's kind of wanting to buy one of those, but we're not sure if that's gonna happen, so maybe 3. And then I think we have 6 seized, maybe 7 seized vehicles. Now, the sheriff has to sell the seized vehicles, but he's going to do that at this auction. Now, that money is in thirds. A third to the attorney, a third to the county, and a third to us.
What time is it? What time?
I'm not sure about that.
Okay, that's all right.
They usually start around 8 or 9.
Yeah,
I
they
can
usually
let you
start
know,
early.
I can let you know at the next meeting.
That's fine. Thank you.
Anything else, Carol?
Do you want to talk about closing?
Yes,
Avenue.
yeah, because I'm sure they'll get questions on that.
Yes. We learned last Thursday that buses cannot load if they have more than 2 wheels on pavement without the stop arms out. So in front of the middle school on Grand Avenue, when they are loading, they can't do it without the stop arms out, so traffic has to be stopped. After some very quick discussion and decision-making by Scott Collins and Daryl Drew, they have asked that we close, or they have asked to close Grand Avenue from 19th to 20th for 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes in the afternoon. The advantage to that is they will load all 13 buses staggered on Grand Avenue during that time, and the only other bus that will be loaded at the middle school will be at 19th in Indiana, and that's the special education bus. And at this point, I don't see any other options. Certainly open to other options, But at this point, it looks like this may start as early, it was supposed to start tomorrow, but it may start as early as Thursday.
Does that mean you'll need traffic heads out there to?
No, we're gonna do it, the police department's gonna help them for the first few days to get through this, but they're going to put up barriers.
Okay.
And once everybody gets used to it, I think we'll be okay. And the road is going to be blocked because they're gonna stagger 13 buses in that block. And there's been a lot of discussion. It's happened quickly. I just don't see any other options, and they don't see any other options, and I think it's just gonna have to happen. Should have never been happening. It's just brought to
Yeah,
their
the laws have
attention.
been on the books, but since those 3 children got killed in Indianapolis at a bus, now it's starting to come around, and
Yeah.
so now we're just starting to enforce it.
Is that gonna affect sports teams that come in too?
I don't think so, because I think that they can fit 3 buses in front of the Spartan Bowl and load and unload on their own property. The problem with loading all 13, 3 at a time, is you have a constant moving line of buses. So you have to protect the kids that might run in between there. So that is the reason they don't want to load 3 at a time, because they don't want to have a constant moving bus.
I think the only
Pulling
thing that
out.
would affect would be Spartan Classic.
So I think that the I don't know about that, about after
There's-
school.
That's a big, Spartan Classic is a
Yeah.
big wrestling event.
But a lot of them are using the little mini
Could
buses.
be.
And if you're using a mini bus, there are no stop arms on those.
Really?
Not if they're painted white or something other than yellow.
Do parents pick up their children during that time personally?
Yes, they do.
Straight over.
I think they'll have
So
to
they'll
do
have
it
to
somewhere
go-
besides Grand.
I
Move
think
it
they
over
have
in
to
Indiana.
Indiana right now. I think they have to go to Indiana, don't they?
I believe they're supposed to go to
That's
Indiana.
where we
I'm
do
not saying
it.
that that always happens.
We
but
drop
we're
off
supposed
and
to.
pick up in Indiana.
We do too.
Now, this also will affect Maplewood and Eastview. We'll work those out in the next few weeks. Maplewood, I think, is probably gonna be the easiest one, because it's an alley behind the
Yeah.
building, but is not school property, it's city property. So it's gonna require the same restrictions. Eastview's not gonna be fun, because there's no place else to go at Eastview. That's the main thoroughfare around the school, but we'll work that out in the next couple of weeks. But at this point, the middle school is the biggest volume.
Do you have a target date when you're gonna implement this?
Target was tomorrow, but I think that probably gonna end up being Thursday now.
Because you will be getting calls on that.
That's
Down
just-
the street from there, I avoid that block like the plague.
Good, I hope everyone does.
It's easy, you can turn off and go up.
I don't like it, I know it's gonna be inconvenient, I know it's a busy street, but I think the kids are important, and we really don't have much of an option at this
It's
point.
20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the afternoon, right?
3, let's see, I think they said
3:20 to
8:15 or
3:40.
8:20 to 8:40.
What was it? I'm sorry, 3 what?
Hang on just a second, I'll get you the times. 8:15 to 8:40, so it'll be 25 minutes, 3:20 to 3:40.
Actually, it'll be more efficient, really.
Right, dude.
It will, it's just getting used to it.
Getting there, yeah. Those routes will maybe be finished up a little earlier.
It'd be tricky for parents dropping them off coming to Grand.
Yeah.
They'll have to go around a different
But
way.
it's gonna keep those children from darting in and out of those buses. That's what's still dangerous. And
Makes
that's
sense.
tied in there
They'll
anyway.
they'll all leave at once, so.
Well, the homeowners across the street will have to, it'll just be something to get used to.
I'm not happy, I mean, it is what it is.
It's a change and a
Well,
challenge,
that's-
but it's for safety interest. That's
It's
the main
best to be
thing.
proactive
Yeah.
rather than reactive.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I think that was it.
All righty, thank you, Carol.
Thank you very much.
Okay, going to resolution 2019-02. Rosemary?
Resolution 2019-02 is a resolution to reimburse $199.99 to be appropriated in police telephone, $99.99 to be appropriated in park telephone, and $57 to be appropriated in first aid uniforms.
I move we pass resolution 2019-02.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Nobody's gonna argue about getting money back, so all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you very much. Going down to old business. Is there any old business to come before?
I think you gotta share with the public what we talked about the trucks.
City
for-
trucks.
City trucks.
Oh, the city trucks, okay. Yeah, last meeting, we had a question on getting a quotes for repairing the trucks. Well, we found out that we have a mechanic at the street department that's pretty good at body repair, so He's repairing them, so we're not gonna be buying any bodies for $9,000. He thinks he can fix all the trucks for less than that, so he's gonna be repairing them, and one of them will be on the road as soon as he gets it painted. It's ready to be painted, so anybody who wants to go over and see his work, it's over there,
He's very good.
so.
That's what he's doing.
Mr. Mayor, I have a question for maybe Carol, or I don't know who, what's his name, not here, Daryl's not here, but I've gotten several calls this morning about the state, like Ziegler Road was a solid sheet ice. Is there a 1-800 number that these people can call instead of trying to get a hold of the city? Because that's state, that belongs to the, no, Ziegler Road is ours, but I'm talking about, I can't think of it now, but is there a number they can get a hold of, call the state if they want to complain about the road?
I think
I'll
if
get
you,
it for you.
Okay, just text it to me, please. Thank you, sorry, Mr. Mayor.
it's all right. I was gonna say, it's call the Fayette County Highway Department, they're the
Yeah,
ones.
they did that.
They're the ones that didn't get a answer? Okay. Well, the county commissioners control that, so you can get ahold of Gary Naylor or somebody like that, so.
Mr. Mayor, another old business. I have discussed with Street Department Superintendent in the past at a meeting about an issue at 35th and Virginia. There's a repair area that was something new they were trying, and then right after that they had like 3 days of rain.
Yeah,
And it just messed it all up. So they went back up there afterwards, tried to repair it again. That didn't work. Then it became wintertime. So people who live in that area, just unfortunately, they can't do a permanent repair. But they will continue to work on temporary repairs until the weather allows them to go up there and do a permanent repair, which most likely will be spring.
Yeah, Daryl, that's the first one on his list when the weather breaks.
There's been people who call, but they've been patient, and there is one person up there, Daryl says, that calls him when it gets real bad, and they go up there and do what they can, and it's always a temporary fix. But by this spring, it should be fixed permanently.
Okay, thank you,
We
David.
I
appreciate
think it's
your
good that
patience.
we talk about these kind of things at this meeting, because it lets everybody know that they're working on it, they didn't just walk away from it.
Right.
Thank you, Dave.
You're quite welcome.
Okay, anybody else got any old business? If not, has anybody got any miscellaneous business?
I do.
Okay.
I guess I need to ask permission to advertise for an additional appropriation for the park pool bond. I'll need to advertise $112,000, $360.70.
So moved.
Second?
Motion and a second? Well, that's the quickest $112,000 we ever spent. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Go ahead, Dan. Oh, go ahead.
I do want to make mention that we got several annual reports in our packet. I appreciate all the departments that took the time to make a collective report for the whole year. It works really well for us to see things at a glance. Connors Utilities, of course, did an excellent job. TV3 always does, so, and others, but I just wanted to tell you how much I appreciate one report for us for the whole year. It really helps out a lot.
It does.
Okay, anybody else got anything? Now, Dan.
Thank you, Mayor. Debbie, would you join me up here for just a second? We don't have that much change on our board. In fact, I'm trying to think of the last person who wasn't an elected official. We had a treasurer change last year. So every now and then we have elected officials change as their responsibilities and assignments change. And we want to recognize Debbie tonight. She's been a board member on the Economic Development Group's board of directors since 2013 through 2018. I did the math, and you're embarking on 6 years, which is a long stretch. You were there that first night that I came out and interviewed for the job against the
was.
other individual that was there.
Voted for ya.
Let me read this plaque. Debbie Montgomery, thank you for your dedicated service and your many contributions that you've made while serving on the Fayette County Economic Development Board of Directors from 2013 through 2018. We absolutely appreciate your service. Very faithful, attending the meetings and doing whatever we asked. Helped me in a couple of tough spots with some votes here in this room, and I've appreciated that. Our group has appreciated that. Our board of directors, I know, would appreciate me telling you on their behalf how much we valued your service. We thank you for it. Here is your plaque, and I know you would like to say something, so I'll yield the floor to you.
Thank you very much. I have thoroughly enjoyed working on the EDG. And we've had some accomplishments, or you've had accomplishments, the board has had accomplishments.
We did.
And I look forward to hearing about a lot more in the future.
We will get you a confidentiality and all the others for 2000. I think you've already signed yours. And I think the mayor, you'll sign yours this coming Thursday night at our board meeting, first board meeting.
I know there are a lot of things in the works, and I look forward to.
And we want the council to know about what we're doing. We want you to have that information so that you won't be caught off guard when a citizen says, hey, you know, this or that, and you can say what you could say. You can say all that you're allowed to say under the confidentiality, but you'll know what's going on.
Thank you so much.
God bless you. Appreciate it.
I'd like to bring that up too. You know, anybody here on this board's welcome to go to see Dan anytime. You don't have to be invited. You can just walk in and ask questions. So that's one of the good things about knowing things are going on that he can't tell you in these meetings, but you can go in there in one-on-one and ask questions. So I encourage you to do that. So, okay, I'll go on down. Zay. And anybody else got any miscellaneous business? If not, we'll go down to public forum.
Big crowd tonight.
One more time, anybody in public? Okay, if not, I entertain a motion to adjourn. Have a motion and a second. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, adjourn.